Guys, I am so excited to talk to you today about the BRRRR method. So let's go ahead and jump right in to what the BRRRR method is and how you as a real estate investor, specifically first-time investors, can use the BRRRR method to start investing in real estate. So let's talk about investing in real estate using the BRRRR method. So we've got our BRRRR, which is 5 steps to investing in real estate. And first off, we've got the buy portion of the BRRRR method. Buying is where you go out, you find a property, and you purchase it, right? You get financing for the home, whether that's a hard money loan or you go to a bank, credit union lender, and get a traditional loan, a conventional loan, or another type of loan for this property. So what type of property am I going to be looking for, right? A lot of people don't realize what type of property you need for the BRRRR method, and you pretty much want the ugliest house in the nicest neighborhood. So you want a house that needs work, and the reason why is because step 2 to the BRRRR method is rehab, right? So you're gonna take a property that sucks initially, it's got good bones, right? You want it to be structurally sound, you want it to have good potential, and you're going to rehab it. Sometimes that requires stripping down to the studs, redoing the roof maybe, doing landscaping, whatever it is. You're going to completely rehab the property, get it in super nice shape, and the next step is to find renters. So you're going to fill the property with renters that are going to love and respect that home, and from there, you're going to take the property back to the bank. I mean, not physically take it back to the bank, but you're going to take that information back to the bank and refinance the property. So if you used a hard money loan the first time around, you're going to want to be sure to refinance into a more conventional loan, whatever that loan may be, and get a cash out refinance. And a cash out refinance is a little bit different. You're taking the equity that you've built in the home through the rehab, right? And taking that equity out as cash, essentially. And the reason you want to do that is because step number 5 to this process is repeat, right? So you don't want to stop with one property when you're using the BRRRR method. It is a process, not just 5 steps and you're done. So be sure to watch for that when you are going through the process. Don't get burned out on property number 1. We all have crappy deals that suck and fall through. But the thing is you're not making millions and millions of dollars on one property. Hopefully you make millions and millions of dollars, but it's going to take you a couple houses to get there, right? It's going to take a couple properties. So when you go through and use the BRRRR method, a couple of tips for you. Number 1 is, again, look for properties, the ugliest house in the prettiest neighborhood. It needs to be a desired location. You don't want a crap house in a crap neighborhood. Number 2, this does not work in all markets, and as markets change and as investors develop and grow, they use different methods. Most of the time, they don't just stick to one thing and keep doing that the whole time because markets change, right? Situations change. So be sure to do your homework, and that's step number 3. Tip number 3, I should say, is do your homework. Run the numbers beforehand, because when you refinance that property, you want your rent, essentially, hopefully, to be higher than what your monthly payment is. And that's where it gets tricky running the numbers, because it's hard to estimate what that's going to look like. But there are calculators out there. BRRRR is essentially a real estate investor's greatest tool, in my opinion. It is one of the best resources out there for investors. So be sure to check out BRRRR. They have calculators in place for using the BRRRR and other real estate investing methods. So be sure to check those out, and I highly recommend looking into that at least before doing the first one. Tip number 4 is don't take too long on the rehab. Many first-time investors, including myself when we did our first flip, took way too long doing the rehab, especially with a property that you plan on renting. Every month that it's vacant, you are losing money, right? If you use a hard money loan, every month you're losing money because you're paying a super high interest rate to that investor. You want to make sure that you get renters in there as quickly as possible, get it refinanced as quickly as possible so that you can start making money. So I hope those tips help. I hope that you guys look forward to using the BRRRR method. Be sure to check out my other videos for more real estate investing tips for first-time investors. Just a little disclaimer, there is risk involved anytime you invest, especially in real estate. So be sure to consult an attorney or a tax specialist or a financial advisor, whatever pros that you want to check with, and be sure to verify with them that you're making the right choices.